So now we've got the boat pretty much all the way put together. I think it's about where we need it. I am having a little problem down here, and you can see how these are not lining correctly, but we will find a way to get them together. I'm pretty comfortable with how straight the boat is right now, but let's just continue on putting this thing together. So now we've got the boat pretty much all the way put together. I think it's about where we need it. I am having a little problem down here, and you can see how these are not lining correctly, but we will find a way to get them together. I'm pretty comfortable with how straight the boat is right now, but let's just continue on putting this thing together. I think this is day 6 that we've been working on the kayak, and one of the things that I did do, I need to focus on one craft at a time now, and the reason why is I just don't have the space. So what I'm going to end up doing is coming back in here, kind of cleaning things up before I get working. I'm going to take some things out of here. But one of the things that I did do this past week, I just came out here after work, and I started aligning the craft and kind of setting it up so that it's going to be sturdy, so that when I end up coming in here and doing some epoxy to kind of bring it together a little bit, to firm it up so that I can take some of these bulkheads out or forms out, that then it will allow me to put the rest in. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and kind of focus and get a few things done. A couple things that I've done that are wrong, so I might as well go ahead and point those out. So I'm still struggling with this area right here. I just can't get both of these sides to mirror up. So one of the things that I think that I am going to do is I may put either a sliver of wood in there to kind of cover that up, because this is going to show on the outside. So you can see that gap there. I just can't bring it together anymore. So one of the things that I thought that I may do is, once I get all of this other kind of set up by epoxying it, that maybe I can pull these off and really kind of crank it down. The other thing here is, as you can kind of tell, I ran out of room. So I'm actually going to build that up a little bit, try to get this seam as nice as possible, try to get the same wood, but you know you never will. The one thing that I did think that I could do is I could take and paint this, you know, like a deep, deep forest green, and then possibly if I just come in here and use that as a pinstripe line, I could fill this in and then take and do a red pinstripe right at that level. So the other thing is one of the things, these forms are actually supposed to be taken out too, but as you can tell, there's a little gap there, and it's really because of this. I did take a little epoxy and put it in there, but that doesn't mean I can't take it out. This one here is good. This one here, you see, no, that's not one. That one's okay. This one here, there's a gap in, and because this form is here, I'm going to end up probably clipping these out, lifting this out, and kind of tightening that up once I get these areas here done. The same with this. One of the things that you can see is everything seems to be on the bubble here. I mean, it's looking really good. And what I ended up doing was I took these, just these 1x2s that I bought, and I then kind of just made the craft level. But as if we come over here, it's good. I mean, it's pretty good here. I may have to tweak this just a little bit. But if you come up here, you're going to see a huge difference. There's a big difference here. So it is wood. What I do need to do, I'm going to take a look at where to shave this off. I'll cut this little piece off here and trim that around. But then I'll just kind of come across here and shave this down so that they're both the same height. I know this is not correct, but once I got it this far, it just wouldn't go any further. You know, I guess that's the part of building a boat. It's not all perfect. Okay, we're gonna actually try this, see if we can go along. You get to see what I get to see. So when we start to do this, I think I'll leave this section here unepoxied, this section here unepoxied. I need that stability for right now. You can see I did put some epoxy here. I put some epoxy here and that's actually wrong. Always go back and read the directions. But I do think I'm going to mix up some epoxy and start welding some of this together. I'm going to come back in here and just look at make sure everything is where it needs to be. So I don't know if this is a concern yet, but if I look at this part here is twisted. I'm not sure what I could do. Probably when I fiberglass, I may take another couple 1-bys and I could just kind of put them down on the, because it doesn't need to go much. I think I may do that just to, well.
Thanks for joining this episode of the Bucket List Project and how to build a wooden kayak. Join us again for the next episode. Each of them come out every Friday. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and also that post notification to be apprised of all the new programs that are coming out. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the flip side.